How we all doing? How we all doing? Let me get this shared over. And we will get started. More options. No. View as visitor. I wanted to add a stream starting soon scene. I've obviously not added that yet. Soon though. I'll put that on my list. Hope the music's okay. Hope the volume's alright. I don't know. I actually haven't streamed in like 5 days. So, if you're here, if you're watching on the rerun, I appreciate you tuning in. This is the MJS somewhat daily recap. And yeah, let's dive right into it. Transit. Sick. Still sick. All right. Here's the deal. It's late. I've had a hell of a weekend and then a hell of a Monday. I'm going to run through some stuff here. And then we are going to talk a little bit about a couple things. And I'm going to go to sleep. I was just talking to my buddy Zach about this. My weekends are like objectively fucking crazy. I do like most of the things that I do on weekends, with the exception of working at the restaurant. I do a lot of stuff. Have a lot of fun. It's a time to really hang out with like Amanda and her family and friends and stuff like that. But at the same time, it's not what I have built for myself. Like, I've built these weekdays to progress and to move forward and be able to take meetings and do different things and stuff like that. And the weekends right now are just not ideal. Mainly because of the working thing. It's fucking dreadfully tiring. But that's all right. Let's get into this. Let's talk. Let's kind of breeze over these things, and I have a couple things maybe that I'll talk about more here towards the end. So way back on Thursday, been doing some Find a Tech client work. It's been going good. Love building websites. I really do. That's a passion of mine, honestly. Like, I really enjoy it. I enjoy building my own. I enjoy building them for other people. There's a lot of things that I'm learning from this project specifically that I will absolutely be changing the way that I do things moving forward, pricing and all sorts of stuff. So very happy with the way that's going ultimately. Big learning experience there. Worked on the MJS site, and I'm going to share links because that's what I do on here. If anybody's checking this stuff out, I'm greatly appreciative. I don't remember exactly what I was working on that day, but I know I've been working on this My Gear page for a while, and that's probably what I was mainly focusing on at the time. We're coming along. We have some more descriptions to put in here. I'm very excited about this though, because there's a lot of good shit in here. There's a lot of good equipment that I have and stuff that I use on a day-to-day basis that if other people want to do the things that I'm doing, or just, looking for cool shit to buy, I think that I can steer them in somewhat of a right direction here. I'm trying to change this up as far as the way that this looks, and I don't want it to be like this long and like unruly. I want it to be more like this kit.co thing that I've seen, and I was trying to play with it down here. So imagine something like this where it kind of shows like, okay, this wouldn't say this, it would say, like my computer custom PC setup, and then it would have the pictures of that. And I'm working to try to see if there's a good way to do that. So this site's going to be dope. I'm very excited for it. This is just one small part of it, but again, links in the description if you want to check it out. Be my guest. I think there's going to be a lot of value on here. There already is a decent amount. A lot of stuff about me and a lot of stuff about the things that I use, which again, I'm always anxious to share that type of shit, and I want like one place where I can kind of put it all. So that is what we're doing here. Worked on that. Published and promoted AM and the PM 30. So that's actually funny. Let's go over to AM and the PM, which I love this site. This site is beautiful. I say it every time I come on here. And there's the site there, and this is the most recent one, masturbation and pornography. That's a very interesting episode. We talk about real topics on here. We don't mess around. We don't. 101 views. That is fucking impressive. That's great. That is great to see. The real topics. I also need to reply to G's comment down here. But that is great that we put up, topics that are real and noteworthy. Oh, we got 3 downvotes. That's awesome. I'm not sure who would do that, but good. Hope you sleep well at night. But yeah, so yeah. That is what we got there. And where am I posting this? Over here. Oopsies. So there we go. If you want to watch that one's great. 3 downvotes, so that is actually funny. Sorry, maybe you're devout religious person or something like that. Sorry, not sorry. But anyway, published and promoted that. Again, real topics. That's what it is. If you don't like real topics, then don't watch the shit, is what I can say. I hope that most people that view those types of things appreciate the honesty and the genuineness and the authenticity that we bring, because being fake is fucking stupid. So simply put. So that's kind of the way that we think about it. And yeah, that might not be like the best topic to like listen and hear about, but it's a fucking real thing that most people have to deal with. So there's my thoughts on that. So we did that on Thursday. That was a lot of the workload there. Friday did more client work. Worked at Ray's actually. That was also shitty. We had to work there on Friday. Not the greatest. Filmed FBP 62. That'll be released on Wednesday. So look out for that one. And actually replaced my headlights as well. That's a funny story. I will tell it very quickly. I walk into my driver's headlight is, goes out. I think I actually had another bulb somewhere in my room, but like I was already out and I was like, fuck it. So I go into an advanced auto and I say, hey, I need low beams for a 2010 Honda Civic. And they take me over to the place and like, how bright do you want to go? And I'm like, well, probably the brighter the better. Cause I've always had like shitty headlights and it's not easy to see at night. And he's like, well, these ones are, your ultra brights. I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. So I go over to the counter and the guy says like 79.86, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I spent $80 on 2 bulbs, but we replaced them both. They are pretty bright. They're still just halogens, so they're not like super duper bright. But were they worth it? Meh, I don't know. I mean, it's easier to see now, so whatever. It's safer, I guess. And I did have a buddy of mine tell me that they were bright, so there's that. Whatever. But did that. I'm not very handy. Haven't had my dad help me with that, so I appreciate that. Saturday, again, worked at Ray's, and then basically just went and with Amanda and her little cousin, we went to a haunted house, like a haunted, not like haunted house, but like a haunted little camp thing. It was a pretty interesting time. Interesting to see how many people are out and about, given the pandemic and the mask wearing and everything like that. Not really trying to go into that right now, but that's interesting to see. Kind of nice to see in a way. So, yep. Sunday worked at Ray's again, and then filmed AM in the PM 31. So that's actually a guest couple episode. Great episode. They just keep getting better and better, especially with guests. It's always fun to see different perspectives and stuff like that. And yeah, so look out for that on Thursday if I get these things processed, because today rolls around and I have a client call this morning, and then I work a little bit on something we're working on there. And then I have my weekly finance meeting with myself, which again, I don't think I put this on. I don't know when I talked about this. No, I think I talked about it like on Wednesday or whatever. But regardless, an update is my Citibank double cash card was fraud. Like there was fraud put on it. And so they're sending me a new one. I still haven't got it yet. It's kind of ridiculous. But I had this finance meeting with myself, as I do every Monday. I go to and reconcile everything, and nothing's really out of the ordinary. Just pay some bills or whatever. And I was waiting for that, and I don't know when that's going to get here, but whatever. Didn't get that, but I did get my my Halloween costume in today, so that was fun. I know if I want to spoil that just yet, so I'm gonna keep that under wraps. And you're gonna have to follow my Instagram to make sure that you're up to date on what I am for Halloween, because I will absolutely post it on there. There you go. Go follow my Instagram. What else did I do today? I talked about this a little bit earlier, but like on this gear page, I'm trying to make this thing like kit.co. So like I'm talking to like some support people and people that might know a little bit more than me on how to do something like that. The answer is really that I either need to pay money or I need to like kind of custom do it myself, and it's just kind of annoying. So yeah, I was working on that. I was working on this site a little bit more, just kind of playing around with that type of stuff. And I'm going to talk about this here in a second, because like the last thing is like, basically I did a lot of stuff in the morning, and in the middle of the day it was like whatever, and played hockey at night. And it was a championship. We won. Great. It was a 3-game series, and we won the first 2 games. So that's always nice. Always do. We are the championship. We are the champions in the shower. After that, it's a fucking tradition. You got to watch the Instagram for that too as well. So that's funny. And to kind of like talk back about this and kind of go over these last things, let's fly down to the sick wide angle shot there. Just because I like that transition and I like this view. Kind of gives you an idea of what we're listening to too. I really enjoy that. But let's do this here real quick. So a couple things. The first thing is kind of like 2 things that I kind of want to talk about. And the first, it's an update, because like another week has passed, and it's like the second week that I've been using time blocking, which is like where you take your calendar and you actually block it. Like almost every single minute is taken up, or that's the way that I kind of like to do it. Like sleep is in there, commuting to different places is in there, just all the different stuff. Like obviously the hockey games and stuff like that. But it really has helped me a lot to try to stay on track and to try to like focus on certain things at certain times. And it's really gotten me in a good for the most part. Again, I'll talk about today a little bit, but for the most part, time blocking has really, really helped me get to a place where I know what I'm doing like every certain day of the week, in a sense. So like Mondays today, I process and I edit the FPP episode for Wednesday, and then tomorrow I try to do the AM and the PM episode, ahead of the release on Thursday. It's really helped with a lot of that. Here's the problem. Problem is that sometimes things change, right? Like, so today I had a find a tech client call. It went a little longer, and then I had to have the finance meeting, and then it's like by that time it was like noon or whatever, and noon, 1 o'clock, and I was like, I don't really feel like doing a lot of stuff. And for some reason, me personally, just like the self-awareness, like in the afternoons, especially like after I eat lunch or whatever, and if I have like a hockey game or something later, I'm just fucking useless in the afternoon. It's crazy. I need to either go to the gym or do something, because I can't be wasting that time. I'm really, 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 really efficient in the morning. Like as soon as I wake up after a good night's sleep, fucking pedal to the metal, just go. And then even like later at night, like kind of like if I wanted to, I could probably do some more work right now, but I'm probably just going to go to sleep at this point. But you get the point. Like I'm streaming at 1:30 a.m. here. I could definitely do more things, but for some reason in the fucking middle of the day like that, especially after food, it's not the greatest time for me. The reason that I'm saying this is because 1, to document it, but 2, I would implore you guys to like, if you're thinking about that and you're trying to be more efficient, whether it's at work or whether it's like on your own thing or whatever, own time, whatever, is like try to be self-aware of the times that you are the most naturally effective. This was a huge problem for me when I was at work, when I went to a job, because like I woke up at like 8:30 and I had to be in there at the latest like 10, and I had like a half an hour to an hour, and I was just go on these things that I was doing before I resigned from my job. And I was like, fuck, what if I just had more time? Like, what if I just had more time in the beginning of the day? And unfortunately, the only way to get that to happen was to, fortunately, ultimately, in a sense, but you understand what I'm saying? I couldn't just like go in at like 2 p.m. Like I had to do things and had to stick to some sort of a schedule. I was already like kind of like pushing it as far as I could, to like 10 o'clock or whatever. So, that's just what I would say is like people are naturally, I think, more productive and more energetic at certain times. And I know that me, right in the beginning of the day, and for some reason in the afternoon, absolutely just lethargic. So time blocking has helped me because it's been able to set some more things in place, and I've been able to like really play with some things as far as the way these events are scheduled. But ultimately, I need to do something about that because I can't be wasting that time. It's like almost like, especially when I have hockey later in the day, I'm just waiting for something to happen. Like I'm just waiting for the time to get ready and go play hockey, which is an interesting thing. So that's my introspection on that. But it's going good. Overall, I think that is the thing. And now the other one problem is like I also, because of everything that happened today, I put off the processing of the FBP episode. So now I'm putting myself in a terrible position tomorrow because I have a lot of shit to do tomorrow too. And we'll see how it goes. So last minute this time, I guess. But oh well. I also need to book a guest for FBP. So I have some ideas in mind, but I need to start booking them way more in advance because there's not enough. There's not enough days in a week. I'm getting not behind, but like just barely on schedule with that. I'd like to have a little bit more time to make sure that the stuff just gets done without me being stressed out about it because I'm the only person doing anything. So yeah. The other update that I want to give real quickly is on MJS Studios, which I took some pictures the other day and I didn't post them anywhere, but MJS Studios is what my dad dubbed it. I think we're going to keep it like that, at least for the foreseeable future. But I think that it's great. It was a great idea. Had a lot of help kind of getting it into a very usable space. I have a 4-foot table in there, and I have a tablecloth thing that I purchased for literally like $7. It's fucking amazing. And it's one of the ones that like hook underneath the legs. So it's like one of those trade show tables almost. It's beautiful. And just a straight up black. And I think actually I might be able to put the FBP logo on it. Definitely in post I can do that. So I think I'm going to try that for this next episode. I think that kind of looks cool the way I was playing with it. So we've so far as of right now, we have recorded 1 a.m. and the PM with Amanda and myself. That was the masturbation pornography one. And then we did the FBP episode that's going to air on Wednesday we did in there. And then the Thursday one for AM and the PM we also did in there, the guest couples episode. They've all been really good. There's a little bit of echo, I think, in the audio just because it's a very barren place right now. I'm trying to put more things on the wall and think of like how I want it to look. And ultimately, though, I don't care how it looks. Like, I do care how it looks, but at the same time, like, it's not like a long-term permanent space. And I just want the audio quality to get back to where it was when it was in the garage or like in like, downstairs of like, my basement, Amanda's basement or whatever. Somewhere where there's like furniture and other shit, and it's not just like a barren, room. So I need to do something with that because there definitely is echo, and I don't want that to happen. So it's coming along. What else? But I think in general it was a really good idea, and I'm very happy to have like an actual solid space to do that out of because it's gonna just make my life a lot easier, and not gonna have to do too many other things as far as that goes. Now, the one problem that I will say, because I just remembered it, the camera that I'm literally looking into right now is a Sony ZV-1. It's very new. It's like a vlogger camera. It records in 4K, and it's a pain in the ass because it records in 4K and it fucking overheats like nothing else. So it overheats at about an hour. Generally, we were recording in like 60 degree room the other day with this, and at an hour it'll overheat and it's going to turn off. And then from there on out, it overheats like every 20 minutes. So that's just extremely annoying, and I don't want that to happen anymore, but I also don't know what I should do instead. So I put out some like things on Reddit. No, maybe was it Reddit? I think I put one on Reddit. I don't think I got like any really good responses. It's so fucking annoying when you actually need like a good response from somebody and like some guidance on things. Seems like nobody ever gives any fucking advice. So either you buy like a camcorder, I guess, or like a mirrorless camera. Like, I don't know. I just want something that's not going to overheat and preferably like definitely in 4K. So that is annoying because I purchased this for like $800. It's a good camera, and I'd still use it for stuff like this because this is perfect for this type of Zoom calls and live streams and stuff. And it just, like, it's tiny form factor is good, but at the same time it's kind of annoying because I wanted something that was versatile and would work, and it's just a pain in the ass because I'm ranting and complaining, but at the same time I don't think I am, because I wanted something that was good and would be able to record for hours long, and I thought that this was something that could do that, and apparently not in 4K, because apparently everything gets hot, like the battery, the memory card, and all that sort of stuff. So there's a couple things that I could probably do, but I don't really want to make it any more difficult than it has to be or more complex, so we'll see what happens. I don't know, but that's MJS Studios. It's moving along. I would highly recommend you guys follow FBP Apparel and AM and the PM podcast on Instagram. That's where we want to put a lot more. We're consistently putting a lot of content. I appreciate all the support that we've gotten to this point. We're moving along on that. Like I said, Find a Tech has some clients. We're doing all that sort of stuff. I want to finish this MJS site because I really want to be able to. Like start doing some consulting work and just spreading more information in a more like detailed and functional way, and make some money from it, because I've learned a lot of stuff and I'd like to make some money off the knowledge that I have. So that's kind of where we're at. As far as little look ahead here, tomorrow we got a client call. We got to process that episode. We got to help our buddy build a table and a chair. That'll be fun. We have more hockey, so it'll be a packed day tomorrow. Hopefully I didn't screw myself with the whole episode thing. I'd like to be able to do that at some point, but if I want to do all that, I need to get to sleep here pretty soon, because it's getting late. So anyway, I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much as always for tuning in. It's been a mega update, many days here, but yeah, we're back, and I will see you